What's going on, everybody? Now, it is Johnny Banks' birthday, so first off, I want to say happy birthday to him. Big time happy birthday. This guy has done so much for me. Pretty much like 9 out of 10 gifts that you see me open are from that guy. So, thank you and happy birthday. When he told me it was his birthday coming up, I said, what movie would you want me to review here? And he said either Funny Man, which he sent me, or Jeepers Creepers. And so I was like, oh, well, I haven't done Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 yet. I did 3 a while back, and I think it's still my most watched video. I did it like the night it came out, and there wasn't a lot of people going to see it at that time, and blah. So it just kind of was right place, right time for me on that video. But I despised it. And I always said I would go back and do the other 2 eventually. And when he said that, it was like, oh, well, that's high time. I'm also doing a new angle here, so I don't know if you guys like this better or not, but the whole reason I'm doing it is because Johnny bought me this shirt. I got it yesterday, and I kind of wanted to show it off, but the angles that I'm at, you can never see my damn shirt. So I don't know, maybe if I need to adjust the camera, do it a little more down, maybe this is too much of an up angle. It kind of feels like I haven't really watched it yet. I just literally repositioned it. I thought it looked okay. So you guys let me know if you like this new angle. Anyways, so happy birthday, Johnny. Let's talk about the first Jeepers Creepers here. I did watch 1 and 2, so we're going to knock these out back to back. So let's get into this. Now, the license plate of the Creepers truck. A couple things I want to say about that. Number one, it's something my brother and I say all the frickin' time to each other. We're always like, beating you, beating you. We play this Rocket League game together all the time right now, and we've said it before that, but like especially now, right now. So it's kind of funny that I'm watching Jeepers Creepers because we've been playing that for maybe the last like month or something, and we seriously say that to each other like 5 times a night. When we ever like come up on someone fast in the game and run into the back of them or whatever, it's like, beating you? So it is kind of ironic that I ended up getting to watch the Jeepers Creepers right after that. And then, so also what I'd like to say about that is, so what? The creeper went into the DMV and got himself a personalized license plate that said, be eating you? Like, really? I don't know where he got this truck, if someone made it for him, if whatever, because they say in the movie that there are bodies in his house of pain, the cathedral, that are over 200 years old. So this dude has been, or this creature or whatever, has been around. That's only like 10 cycles for him, though. So, and he's only out for 23 days during each one of those cycles. That's only 230 days. So he's not even a year old after 200 years. But anyway, yeah, I just thought it was funny thinking about that. Like, wait, does that add up? Wait, let's go back and do the math really quick. Wait. Every 23 springs. Yeah, so every 23 years. For 23. Yeah, so 10. Yeah, no, I'm right. Okay. Wait, in my head, I was like, wait, am I saying 23 months? No, it's 23 springs, 23 years. That's right. Okay, 23 years. We're good. We're on track. But anyway. The Creeper's truck, to me, is actually the scariest thing in this movie. It's made extremely stupid in the third one. They went, oh God, don't even get me started on the third one. If you want to watch my review on the third one, I just ragged on it for like 20 straight minutes or something, which I rarely do. So it's a rare treat for you to watch me just completely trash a film for a long time. God, I hated it so much. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about his truck that is so scary to me. The way that it's shot, the way that it looks, all of it. I've always found that truck to be just scary. Could you imagine that thing coming up behind you and just fucking ramming into you, and that horn and everything? It's my favorite thing about this movie. then, they fight it off for a little while, and I like the whole license plate thing, by the way, like them reading the license plates and then setting that up for putting some focus on his license plate. But anyway, so they avoid the creeper and they go out into the dirt, and then there's a scene where they're pulled over on the side of the road and they need to get out of there really quick, so they're in the grass and the dirt, and they like drive away fast, and it's actually screeching tires as if it's on concrete, and it's really stupid. It is like 1 second. Like, it is so dumb. I can't even believe I'm pointing it out. But when I saw it, they're in the gravel and they're burning out, and you can they added the sound of tires squealing on pavement. I don't know why that annoyed me so much in the moment, but it really, really did. And something else I caught in this movie, it was like 1 second and you'd miss it. Oh man, I am nitpicking right now. That's not even bad. I'm not sitting here like, oh, that's a knock on the movie. I just found it to be funny. I wish I could insert the clip right here. I could. I'm just fucking being lazy. But I just thought it was funny. It's like, that's not how that works. Probably the scariest part of this movie to me, though, I think the truck as a whole is the scariest thing, but the scariest part of this movie, now I don't get scared, you guys know that, but for me, like, I can objectively say what is and what isn't scary for myself. Like, what I find to be, what would be scary in real life. That's how I always rate scary. Like, if I saw that in real life, would I be terrified? Fuck yes, I would be. And it's when Derry and Trish are driving by, and they look over and they see the creeper, and he's throwing bodies down this chute. And then he's tossing the bodies, and it's like this really long panning shot, like it's really far back. And then he just turns his head really fast and just stares at them as they drive by. Something about that scene is just so fucking scary to me. I don't know what it is. The way it's shot, the way it's done. I like that it's in the day. You don't get a lot of horror during the day. So I really like that a decent amount of the horror in this movie does take place during the day. Then they pull over, and he's trying to convince his sister to go back, and she's like, no, I'm not going back. And finally it's like, what if it was you down there? Which gets her to change her tune. And so they go back, and he hears something down the pipe, and she's like, don't even. And he like, oh, I'm just going to take a look. And she says something funny. I mean, they do this in a lot of movies, but I like that she pointed this out. This is like 2001, so I don't know how many times it was done before this, but she talks about herself as if she's in a horror movie. I know it's happened plenty, but I like what she says here. Like, you know that part in the movie where somebody does something really stupid and everyone hates them for it? Well, this is that moment. Like, it is, too. That's the moment where you're like, no. And it's exactly how it would have been. And even though she says that, I still am like, Derry, what are you doing, dude? That is so dumb. Don't do that. Like, just drive somewhere and try to get the cops. But he has a point. Like, we got to go over there, and we got to try to see if anyone's alive, and if we can pull them out or whatever, we need to go back there and help them. And then he freaks out that much over a rat. Like, that much? Really? Where he's kicking his legs. And then he has the gall to blame his sister for dropping him. Like, full on. And it goes on for a while. And she's actually apologetic. Like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel, really bad about this. Like, are you okay? And he's like, Trish coming through in the clutch and like making fun of all this. Hey, dick fuck. She told you not to go down there. She made a good case. Then she helps you when she didn't even want to, when she swore she wasn't even going to get out of the goddamn car, which it made her do. Then she's holding her feet, and there's rats there, and you start kicking your feet like a fucking baby. Like, oh my God. I'm not saying if a rat was next to my face, I wouldn't fucking freak out. It would definitely be startling. But kicking your feet, and that's okay. Okay, fine, you kicked your feet and you got scared. But then to blame your sister for dropping you down in the pipe, fuck you. Okay, I'm glad your ass got ate. Okay, I'm glad he ate your brains, and I'm glad he ate your fucking eyes. And you have a stupid rose tattoo anyways. What do you fucking know? That thing is so lame. Now, I normally, in the past, would have said gay, but I would get fucking obliterated for that now. What do you mean? What do you mean gay? Are you saying that as a negative? What gay people are... Get the fuck out of here. I'm very testy today. I'm very testy today. Nothing wrong with homosexuality. God damn it. Why can't I say it? Why? I will. I do. Okay? His tattoo's fucking gay. I don't mean that in a fucking... Never mind. I'm not going to explain myself. Okay? I didn't have to explain myself in the 90s. I ain't fucking explaining myself now, even though I kind of already did. Anyway. He finds... I talk about that way too much on here. My disdain towards the sensitivity of everyone. But as I've said in the past, I feel like people who subscribe to this channel aren't like that. So I don't fucking feel like I have to explain myself. Because I feel like if you're subscribed to this channel, you're kind of used to my mouth and the shit I say. Although I do keep it pretty PC. Right? Probably not. Probably not. Never mind. Okay, so he finds the bodies down there in his cathedral of pain or whatever. And I don't know what kind of treatments he's using on these things, but these are supposed to be human remains. And he's using some kind of like lacquer or something to make them look like these wax figures or like mannequins or something. They do not look like people. They look like sculptures of people made out of a material that's nothing like human skin. But as I said, they look very mannequin-esque. But you see that he's like almost like a seamstress at the end of this movie. He's like sewing people's body parts together and all this. We see that too with the head being sewn on, but we actually get to see him doing it in the very final act of the movie. Why he does that, who fucking knows? I mean, this is so many questions that are going to be left open, but because it's creepy, right? I remember when I first saw it, I was like, he has his whole place like tiled with bodies. That's amazing. I loved that about this movie. This is a movie I really like. I don't love it like everyone else. I think it's a very unique monster movie. And that's just it. Monster movies that aren't werewolves, vampires, all the typical shit, I really love because I just like new ideas on monsters. There's so many typical monsters, and I just like when someone comes up with something new. And then Derry comes out of there and is so traumatized he can't even speak for a while, which I would expect that to be true. Then he talks to a psychic on the phone when he's at the diner. And it's like people like right outside my fucking garage. Like right. They're probably listening in. They probably heard my gay thing and they're like, what is that supposed to mean, huh? Probably have like a fucking lynch mob out there for me right now. It's a whole bunch of millennials who are pissed off. How dare you? What do you mean by that? Anyway. But yeah, he gets called by a psychic. And that's where the movie is just kind of like, all right, and now there's a psychic. Which, I mean, if you can accept that there is a creeper in the world, you can accept that somebody is psychic. But whatever she's telling him, it's all for shit anyways, because it's going to happen no matter what. So, I mean, I guess she's just trying her damnedest to convey this, hoping that once and for all something will change. But, of course, it doesn't end up doing that. I don't know why Derry won't let his sister listen in on the phone conversation. I find that to be very odd. What a dick. See? Going back to his dick. Like, let her listen in. She's just as scared too. This information is just as impertinent to her as it is to you. Like, I find that odd, you know? Whew. Jesus Christ. I just need to fucking do these reviews inside. I always want to have the movies, you know? I always want to like have the set. So I get like very like prideful about going in the house, but Jesus Christ, guys, it is so hot. They hear the song on the radio, which is a different version of the song, but it's the same, you know, a cover, which leaves it open for, no, that's not the version that I heard. It's a different version. And then he kills the cops, and he's on top of the car, and he's like has this huge battle axe that he pulls out, cuts the cop's head off, and then throws it onto the front of their car, brings them to a halt. Then they drive. Then Trish tricks the frickin' thing. Well, no, then they go to the cat lady's house, and it's out there, and it's actually like looking like a scarecrow, like kind of like on the Jeepers Creepers 2 cover here. Which, yeah, I mean, he's kind of designed after a scarecrow, right? That's what he looks like. But yeah, this crazy cat lady comes out, and she's like, you fucking with my thing. I don't ever see her reload, but she fires a double barrel shotgun 3 times. Maybe she reloaded when she went back in the house. I don't know. But yeah, just like, this is something I talk about all the time. It happens in most of these movies. Whenever these people go for help, all that happens is they just get whoever they went to help for killed. Good thing that those people next door to the Wallace house shut the lights off on Lori, because they were dead meat if they opened their door. Like, it seems like a dick move, but they lived. So, no. They probably made the right move. Then he takes the cop's head and eats the fucking tongue out of its mouth. And I love how, like, he goes and he throws the body in the back of his truck. And then it goes back, and the door closes for a while, and it's dark for like a couple seconds, and then he opens the door back up and like throws the head in. I thought that was really funny. Like, just added little things like that always make it more fun. Then Trish tricks the creeper, because he like jumps over the car like 2 times, and she's like, what the hell? So she pretends like she can't get it in gear. And he gets close enough to where she throws it in gear and runs him over. And then she backs over him like 3 times in a row. Smart girl. Crushes him to dust, breaking his leg and his arm and all this shit. That's when they see the wings, and she just runs him over again to get out of there. Then they get to the the police station. And the police are calling the parents, and they're just like, of course, not believing their story. But then he breaks into the police station, and this is where I saw the other fuck up that I found to be hilarious. He's eating one of the prisoners, and I framed it. I might put the picture on here, but like I freeze framed it on this moment. You can clearly see when he is eating one of the inmates, a zipper on the back of the suit that he's wearing, all the way from up here all the way down. It is clear as day. You only see it for like a second or two, so like it's so quick you miss it. But I was watching, I was like, did I just see a zipper? Although I did argue that maybe because he eats things and they become part of his body, maybe he got so hungry one time and he was trying to eat some guy that he accidentally ate his pants, and then he got a zipper in his back. So it could be explained away. It could be. But I'm going to guess it's only organic material. I'm also curious on what he eats to replace his wings, since humans don't have wings. I guess he could eat animals, right? Maybe he eats a bat. Maybe that's why the crows follow him around. He's like a reverse scarecrow. He actually attracts crows instead of scares them off, which we see in the second film as well. I like when he gets ran over by Trish, by the way, before he hits the thing. Like, all his knives hit first. I thought that was pretty funny and cool. I like that. And he scares people to see what's in them that they want. There's something in their fear that he can smell what he likes, as she puts it. So he can get in there and get a new arm, or get a new this, or get a new that. But like, why does he need to eat if all he's doing is replacing limbs? Like, at the beginning of the 23-year cycle, when he comes out of it, is like every part of his body need to be replaced. But as he's attacking people, they're fighting back, so he's losing even more parts of his body that he needs to replace. So it kind of just becomes a vicious cycle until the end. And what happens if he hasn't replaced everything yet by the end of that cycle? I mean, it's kind of answered sort of in Jeepers Creepers 2, which we'll get to. But I was just kind of thinking about that. Like, what's the aim here? Does he like killing people? Does he actually get like nutrition and substance from these people? Or is he only eating these specific parts to replace parts on his body? And if so, he already has all these parts, so why does he need to kill? Is there just like this degenerate, whatever, of his like bones and of his arms and legs and whatever? Is that what's going on here? Like, I don't know. So many questions. And you thought like the questions were going to be answered in 3? No. Nothing happened in 3. Nothing but garbage. You might as well have been driving around a fucking garbage truck, because that's all he was delivering. Then he attacks the whole police station and crawls around on the walls. I thought that was really cool. He grabs the psychic and he smells her, and he's like, I don't want nothing off of you. And then that scream where it's like those freaking things come out of his face, like Predator, that looks freaking scary, because when they first get the light on his face and you get to see his face and he's got those like sharp teeth and everything, it's like, oh, so scary. And then Trish tries to trade for Derry, and he thinks about it for a while because they're twins, right? And she's like, everything he has, I have, but I'm the stronger one. He's like, bitch, I already smelled you. I want his eyes, okay? Yeah, so he eats through his fucking head because he's like hollow. Like, it's not like he just ripped the eyeballs out and then like in the back of his, like, but the whole back of his head's gone so that he can look through, and it's his eyes are missing as well, like the whole sockets and everything. So he ate the brain too? Did he eat all that, or did he rip it apart so you get like, couldn't you just grab through the front and rip them out? I don't know. And then it ends with this Boogeyman song, which I actually think is way creepier than the Jeepers Creepers song. So I liked that a lot. So yeah, this was fun. It's a good rewatch. I'm glad I remembered this one almost freaking the whole way through. Like, there was really nothing I didn't remember. I have a great memory of this one, but watching part 2, on the other hand, I barely remembered it. So it was a little more fun to watch Creepers 2 because of that. So anyways, happy birthday, Johnny. There you go. Jeepers Creepers has been reviewed. I'm going to do the next review inside because it is way too fucking hot. All right, guys.